open STS. So there you can go to the so click on the help option. Yeah, go to Eclipse Marketplace. So here you can search for Hibernate in the Finder. Okay, it will take some time. Just wait. You can type for Hibernate in the Find option. N-A-T-E Hibernate. 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 See. Please check your what? I mean, okay, got it. So please find JBoss. Yes, install the JBoss. So here we are going to select Hibernate. Guys, everybody has to install. Okay, so you can uncheck. Okay, so click on the first checkbox. You can find the checkbox at the JBoss now in the top. No. So you can, yeah, double check. I mean, click on it. Yes, okay. No. Click unselect everything. Okay. Now you can find a Hibernate thing. So no. So there is an option called Hibernate Tools. Hibernate Tools. No, yeah, you have to install that one also. Java Maven Hibernate configuration, and search for Hibernate Tools. Especially you have to install Hibernate Tools. No, it's a J. No, please go up. Go to the top. Yes, Hibernate Tools, and search for Java Maven or JBoss Maven Hibernate configuration. Okay, search for Hibernate anywhere. Did you find a Hibernate anywhere other than these two things? Search for Hibernate. Okay, I think only two. Okay, Java JBoss Maven tool. No. Search for just Hibernate. I think no, right? Only two. Okay, so you can click on the confirm. Click on the confirm. Files is going to download and install. Accept the license and just wait for a few minutes. Another pop-up bar will open. Guys, everybody has to install Hibernate tools in their laptops. Okay, so if you want to work with Hibernate, you must install Hibernate tool. I mean Hibernate plugin for sure. Without installing Hibernate plugin, we can't work with the Hibernate.
Sir, Hibernate tools, no?
JBoss Hibernate. You can search for Hibernate. So there, I think there will be a file called JBoss. JBoss has all the files, all the required files. Don't install a Hibernate tool. Try to install JBoss Hibernate tools. Nishant, you are having some issues, right? What are those issues? I mean, you are performing testing, huh? You are having some issues, right? In the testing. Okay.
Sir, JBoss tools
Yeah.
4 to final.
Yes, JBoss 2. In those, don't install everything, okay? Please select Hibernate tools in the JBoss, okay? Hibernate tools and JBoss Hibernate Maven configuration, something like that. You have to install two files from the JBoss.
Can I share the screen, sir?
Okay, okay.
One minute.
Okay, in the meanwhile, Nishant, please stop your screen. Suraj is going to share.
Because I am using other software.
Okay. Yes.
This one
Click on the install.
and another.
Yes, just wait, just wait. The file thing will. Hmm. So please uncheck everything. Please uncheck everything. No, I mean the checkbox. No, you can click on the checkbox. Yeah. Now you can select only Hibernate tools. There is a tool, Hibernate tool.
Second.
Hibernate tool. No, no, no. Hibernate tools, Suraj.
Why I search it, sir.
No, no, no. No, there is a Hibernate tool. You can see. I mean, please go up now. Scroll up. So here in the H, okay, Hibernate tools, Forge tools. Yeah, you can select that. And here we have something called JBoss Maven Hibernate Configurator. Select that one also. Yes. Okay. Now scroll down. Okay. Now you can install the softwares. Where is the button to install, man? Okay, I think yeah.
Confirm.
Confirm. You have to accept the license. Yes.
Finish.
Now finish. Wait. The things are getting installed, right? Installing software 10%. Yogesh. Ketan, Prashant, Ashutosh, are did you try to install the Eclipse? I mean, sorry, Hibernate. Rahul,
Yes, sir.
okay, you installed it, right?
What are
Okay. So if you install perfectly, you can create a one basic project, okay? No, no, wait. So here you can see the status. Installing the software, 48% is done. Check the footer, Suraj. In the footer, you can see the status. Some some music is going on. It's Suraj.
So the options, sir.
Yeah, you have to select everything. Always trust all content. Nishant, a pop-up will be open like this for you also. Okay, you have to accept all the files. Yes, I accept and take risk and true selected. Trust selected.
Trust.
Yes, restart your Eclipse. No. Automatically it is going to restart. You don't open. No need to open again. And guys, please send the project the employee I mean sorry HRMS, the HR management system, by the end of the day. Okay.
Yeah, chat, it's opening.
Okay. So now, okay, try to create a new file. Try to create a new. Yes, yes.
Project.
Others. Go to others. Search for Hibernate here. Hyber. Hiber. Yes. See, you are having some files, no? Okay. We successfully install the Hibernate here. Don't do anything here. Just close. Cancel. And guys, give me 1 minute. I'm getting some important.
Can I stop? Yeah.
Yes, Suraj, you can. Yes, guys. Sorry. Okay, this is how you need to install Hibernate tools in your Eclipse environment or Spring Toolsuit environment. Okay, anything is same. Yesterday we created a project, this thing, employee poso object, and we have different. I mean, yeah, we have a list also. Okay, we want to print some list of values from the employee table. Okay, I think we can print it. Yes, we are printing the list of employee values here. Okay, so yeah, so we are getting the employee values, no, but we are getting the employee values. But see, you can see, okay, we are not getting the employee values in a one proper order. Okay, actually there is a, I mean, ID, no, 102, 101, 103. Okay, but I want to print in a specific order. Okay, I want to print it in a specific order. So here we can write one order by class in SQL. Okay, in SQL we have order by, right? So we have order by class. So here also we can use the order by class. Okay, I am retrieving the values order by based on the employee value. I think EMP ID. Okay, based on the employee ID, I want to retrieve the values. Okay, so here we can write like this. Okay, yeah, just run this code. Okay, see, now we are getting the values in a specific order, 101, 102, 103. Okay, so we sorted the elements. Okay, so you can print the values in a sorted manner or a non-sorted manner or by anything. Okay, you know. So these are the basic SQL queries. Okay, so as I mean, I already told you HQL is almost similar to the SQL. Okay, but it has some advanced methods. Okay, so right now, okay, so we can create a one basic project, okay, to register the account and to retrieve the user details or to perform the login. Okay, So I mean, we created the project, we performed the retrieve option, the save option, insert option, like that. No, so right now, okay, we want to create one basic project for registration and login with Hibernate. Okay, so actually we created the registration and login with JDBC, right? Right now, okay, we want to perform registration process and login process with Hibernate. Okay, shall we do that, or do you want to, I mean, do you want to do something else? Anybody, any ideas? Can I go with basic registration and login process? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's create a basic thing with the registration process and the rest of the things. Mm, okay, so here we have something. Okay, so actually this is our code, na? So this is our main code actually. You can see this is the main code we have. Okay, so actually I am writing the entire controller code and main code in one file. Okay, you can segregate the main code and control file by yourself. Okay, I'm not going to explain that thing. I mean, I will explain the registration process and login process. Okay, and reading the values and everything in a one file. Okay, everything I will create everything in a one particular file only. In the app file only I want to create, but you have to create a separate DAO like structure. Okay, so you have to create another Java file. There you can write your own controller logic. Okay, then okay, you have to consume those methods. Okay, you have to consume the methods in the, this particular main file. Okay, you can do that by yourself. Can you do it? So I'll explain in the basic way. Okay, that means I can show it to you. Let's see. So we have one main method, na? We have one main class. Okay, in the main class we have main method. Okay, and I am going to create the connection method, and register method, and the login method. Okay, so I'm going to create all these methods in a one single file, one single class. Okay, but your task is you have to create one main class. So in the main class you have to write only the main method. Okay, and you have to create separate method called user registration or user file. So in the user file you have to create a connect method, register method, and login method. You have to segregate the main logic with the controller logic. Okay, but I am going to complete all the things in a one particular file. Okay, so it's very easy, it's
Sir,
very simple.
sir, user is like DAO class.
Yeah, user will work as a DAO.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay, sir.
Prince, you got it? No,
Yes, sir, got it, got it.
my voice is clear, but I'm getting my echo. Guys, am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir.
But I'm getting echo. Why? I'm very hesitant to listen my voice in the mic. What happened to this? Okay. Do you have any? No. I have one screen only. But why I'm getting echo?
Sir,
Some
you got echo from my side or all the students?
no. I mean when I'm talking, no, so I'm getting some echo kind of thing. I'm getting some disturbance. Okay, give me a moment. I will fix. Hello. Is it okay now? I think it's okay for me. What about you? Guys, am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Prashant unmuted, but I didn't hear you. I think I have a problem with my mic. Give me a moment. Guys, is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I can hear you. Got it. Hmm. So I'm saying that okay, I'm going to create a project like this structure. Okay, you have to segregate the DAO project. I mean DAO like a structure. Okay, yeah, let's do. So actually we need a connect method, no? So I need a connect method. So first of all, let me create a connect method. Okay. Public void connect. So here actually I want to get a configuration. Okay. So actually we will have a driver manager and that particular code, no? So here I want a configuration. So give me a moment. So let's copy the configuration from this file and here is the configuration. Actually we have to declare the configuration separately. That means I want to create an instance value configuration 1 equal to null. Initially it is null. Okay, and let's remove everything from the main class. Okay, so this is our main class. I mean, sorry, this is our main method, and we declared configuration as a configuration as a instance value, and we have another method called connect. Okay, and here I am creating the third method, which is a register. Okay, public void register, and here I am going to create another method, which is public void login. Okay, we have three methods. Okay, so first let's implement the register method. Okay, let's implement the register method. This register method will have an object like employee. Okay, we need to store the employee, right? We need to store the employee. So to this particular register method, okay, we have to pass the employee kind of object. Okay, so we have to pass employee object to this particular register method. So here, okay, I am expecting one employee value, employee e2 or employee e1 in it. Employee e1. Okay, e1 is the employee, and here in the login, okay, I am expecting username. Sorry, okay, I'm expecting username and password. Okay, so actually we don't have any password field in the employee. Let's create the password field in the employee. Okay, so here I'm creating one field as a password, private string employee password. Okay, and we have to create the getter and setter for that. So let's create getters and setters for employee password. Right click, go to the source and click on the getter and setter, select emp password and click on the generate. See, right now we have Okay, getter and setter for employee password as well. Okay, we have all the getters and setters. Okay, right now we have username and password in the employee object. Okay, we have to fetch the employee object based on the username, and we can match the password if we have a result. Okay, so here, okay, we can do one thing. Okay, we can do one particular thing, that is, so we have to save the, okay, we have to save the register method na? So we have to save the employee first. We need to save the employee. So here we can open a new connection. Okay, we can open new connection. Okay, something like this, session factory, session factory, sf equal to, okay, sf or something, sf equal to, actually we have a one configuration na, conf is the configuration file. We can create a session factory from configuration. Okay, conf dot, okay, build session factory. This is our session factory. We started one session factory. In this session factory we have to create a separate session. Okay, we have to create a separate session. So here I am creating a session, something like ses. Okay, ses equal to sf dot open session. Okay, we have to open the session here. Okay, after opening the session, okay, so we need to, okay, we need to store something. We need to start transaction with the database, right? We are starting a transaction. We are doing one transaction with the database. So here we have to start a transaction. Okay, so transaction, mm, something like tx equal to, okay, sf dot begin transaction. Okay, ses dot begin transaction. Okay, we started a one transaction. Okay, now by using the session object, we want to save the employee. Okay, we want to save the employee by using the session object. Okay, so let's save the employee. Session dot save. Okay, you can use the employee object here. Okay, ses dot save. Okay, so here, okay, we successfully saved the employee na. So just print the employee details by using basic println statement. Okay, so employee is e1. We are printing the employee object also. Okay, after printing the employee and after doing insertion, we have to commit the transaction, right? So tx dot commit. Okay, we have to save the transaction. So this is the register method. And now we need to implement the, okay, login method. Before going to before going to login, let's work with the register. Okay, let's check it. Okay, now, okay, so I'm creating another object with the with the name of app is our main class, right? App ap equal to new app. Okay, I'm creating the object for class. Okay, so here we have to, okay, create an employee first. We have to create an employee. Okay, so let's create an employee e1 equal to new employee. Okay, we have to create an employee with new employee. Now we have to add all the details of the employee, right? We have to add all the details of the employee. Okay, see, so let's print something here. System dot out dot println or print, you can use anything. Enter employee ID. Okay, so here system dot out dot print, sorry, actually we have to read the value no. So string, okay, employee ID, okay, eid equal to, okay, eid equal to something like, bs dot next int. So bs dot next it is a string. Okay, so after this one, system dot out dot println, okay, we have to read the employee name. Enter employee name. Okay, so here we have to use string ename equal to again bs dot next. Okay, wait. I think I messed up the few things. Actually, employee ID is the integer, right? But I created something else. Here we have to use the integer. Next int. Okay. Now we have to read the password and domain name and everything. Until print. Here also I want to use only the print option. Enter employee password. Okay. String e password e pwd equal to bs dot next. Okay, we have a password now. Now we have to read domain and salary. Enter employee domain. String e domain equal to bs dot again the next method. Okay, now we have to read the salary also. Enter employee salary. Okay, which is an integer, right? Basically, it is an integer. So here int esal equal to, okay, int esal equal to sorry, bs dot next int bs dot next int. Okay, we have everything now. Okay, we have to, okay, call the method. We have to call the register method. Okay, after calling the register method, we have, I mean, before calling the register method, we have to create an employee object. We already created the employee object, but we have to pass the values to the employee object. Okay, so how we can pass the values to the employee object? Okay, we can pass the values by using the same technique, e1 dot set, okay, employee id as eid, and here e1 dot set employee name as ename, e1 dot set employee password as e password. Okay, and again e1 dot e1 dot set domain equal to e domain, and e1 dot set employee salary equal to e salary. Okay, we have, okay, right now we have all the employee values. Okay, now, okay, we have to, okay, pass this employee object to the register method. Okay, before, okay, passing the employee object to the register method, we need a connection. We need to get a configuration, right? So here you can get the configuration by calling ap dot config, ap dot connect, sorry, so connect is a method na? And after calling the connect method, okay, we can call register method, register employee e1. Okay, so this is the method we have. Okay, so let's compile this code and run this code. Let's see how it is going to work. Okay, enter employee id. So the employee id will be something like 120. Employee name, something like Jack Sparrow. Employee password, something like 9898. Employee domain, Jack Sparrow is also working in Java. Okay, employee salary, he is very bigger. So we'll give 90,000 salary to him and enter. Okay, see the session is started and Hibernate employee values are inserted. Okay, now you can see, now you can fetch, I mean, now you can check the database for the values. Okay, let's open the database now. 905906. So here, sorry, we have to select the database, right? Show databases, use Honeydeep deep tag. Okay, let's write a basic columns. So tables, Okay, and select star from employee table. Okay, we have so many things. Let's run this. Let's run this first one. After using the database, I want to show the tables. Okay, and we have so many tables. And right now, I want to print something in the employee. Okay, so here we have employee object. Okay, here in the employee object, we have okay Jack Sparrow. Okay, so 120 Java Jack Sparrow 90,000 and 9898 is the password of Jack Sparrow. Okay, this is how you need to okay insert the values into the database. Okay, we successfully register the customer. Okay, we successfully register the employee in the database. Okay, guys, are you clear with this? How we are registering the
Yes, sir.
okay actually, so I used something like this, no. I didn't check for, I didn't check for the username. I didn't check for anything. Okay. So I just saved the employee. Okay. But you can do another thing. Okay. I will give you, okay, another thing at the time of registration, no? Registration. Okay. The employee name, the employee name must be unique. Okay, the employee name must be unique. So you can say, you can implement this particular thing. Okay, I already told you this how we are going to implement this particular technique in the JDBC, right? I already told you this thing. Okay, but you need to implement the same feature in the Hibernate. Okay, so I told you how to insert and how to retrieve the values. Okay, you can retrieve the values by writing the one query. You can match it. If any values already existed in the database, then just you can reject. Okay, so here I'm not resetting. I'm not doing any validations for the data. You can perform the validations on the basis of username. Okay, the employee name must be the unique. Okay, if the user entered the existing employee name, so we have to raise one error at the time. Okay, or we can print one message as user is already existed. Okay,
So making primary ID is compulsory, or we can it's our choice.
no, I mean every table. Okay, when you are working with a RDBMS, when you are working with a the technologies like Hibernate, JDBC, and Spring Boot services, you must need a one primary key in your database, in your table. Because okay, we are going to insert some value, we are going to fetch some value. Okay, we are going to join the values, right? So how we can join the values? By using the primary key and foreign key only. So every table must has one unique primary key for sure, and that primary key must be the ID. Okay, don't make something primary key as a the name or phone number. Don't be like that. Okay, you have to create a primary key as a ID. Every employee, every data field must has an ID. Remember this thing. This is a golden rules. Okay, this is the golden rules for the healthiest database. So every row has a one unique ID. That particular ID must be the primary key for sure. Okay, Sandeep.
Yes,
The
sir.
creation of primary key is important. It's not mandatory, but it's important. Yeah, you can create the table without using the primary key, but it's important. You have to create the primary key for every table for sure, and that primary key must be the ID. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If any table, okay, if any table having more than one primary key, then those keys are known as
Secondary key.
not exactly. Guess. We have so many keys, no?
Foreign key.
Foreign key is a different thing. We can match the primary key and foreign key together to join a table, na? Anyone? Okay, tomorrow you can tell me. Okay, I mean, so those are the basic database things. Okay, so don't concentrate on those things. Okay, better to concentrate on the technical things in Java. Okay, don't concentrate too much in the database. Okay, we just need a basic. You have to know the basic CRUD operations. I mean, how to insert the data, how to delete the data, how to update the data, and how to create the primary key, and how to join the two tables by using primary key and foreign key. You just need these things. Okay, so don't learn so many things in the database, because we are not a database developers. We are Java developers. We have to learn so many things in Java, na? So don't learn so many things in in database. Okay, better to concentrate on Java rather than a database first. Okay, so okay, let's leave those things. Okay, so we successfully inserted the one employee into the database, right? So right now I want to I want to perform the login. Okay, I want to perform login. So here we can So here, okay, we can ask the user for selection of authorization, register or login. Okay, we can ask like that. Mm, like what to do? So here, let's print something. Print. Okay. Select operation you want to perform. Okay. One for registration and two for something like login. Okay, so here I'm creating one operation int op equal to bs dot obviously the next int. Okay, and here I can make a switch statement, switch op. Okay, and here this particular thing, okay, this uh, thing is the part of case one. Okay, I have to write the case one. So within the brackets of case one we can write the code. If user enters, okay, 2, that means if case is 2, then we want to perform login. Okay, so here in the login we can read the username and password. Okay, so now let's read username and password from the user. Println enter username. Okay, so here string uname equal to bs dot next obviously, and we need to read the password as well. Okay, so enter password. Okay, we need to enter the password. Okay, the password should be string pwd equal to bs dot obviously the next. Okay, right now again we need a connection, so ap dot connect. Okay, after connecting to the data, okay, we need to call the login method. Okay, login. So where we have to pass the username and password, uname and password. Okay, so this is the implementation of login basically. Okay, let's implement the login method here. Okay, let's print the login method. Okay, so actually mm, what to do, something like we have to fetch the data, huh? So again to fetch the data also we need a transaction and everything, so let's copy this code as well. Okay, so here session dot save. Oh, no, no, no. We don't need a session save because we are not using any registration or any kind of thing, right? So we are fetching the values. Okay, we are fetching the values based on the username. okay, based on the username. So here, okay, we can create a one empty object, emp e2 equal to null. Initially I'm creating employee as a null. Okay, sorry, actually it is employee, not emp. I'm very habituated to emp. Okay, so we have an employee, right? So here we have to fetch the values of a employee based on the username given by the user. Okay, so here, okay, e2 equal to we want to get an employee. Okay, so here we can mention something. Okay, session dot create query. Okay, we are fetching the values, right? So here we can create a one query where, okay, from employee e, okay, we can write a some where class. Okay, where employee name. Okay, I think what is the name? Okay, emp name is the employee name where e dot emp name. Hey, hey, what is happening? Hey, hey, I didn't ask you to write this. Okay, I think something had happened. Okay, so here actually we have to write a one particular statement. Okay, e dot emp emp name equal to where we have to pass the employee name. Okay, so where we are passing username. Okay, so here we have to set the set parameter as, okay, so in the place of username, okay, in the place of username we are passing the username variable. Okay, in the place of username we are passing the username variable where we need to fetch the unique result. Okay, so this is the method, okay, to retrieve the values based on the username. Okay, we fetched the values now. Okay, right now we can use one particular method to match the password. Okay, so here we have to check whether we got the values or not, right? So here we can check for something, e2 dot get employee id. Okay, if it is empty, if something like if e2 dot get employee id is equal to 0, okay, equal to 0, okay, then we want to print something like one error message, println. Actually we can't print anything in the controller because I'm not right, but I am printing something in the controller because I'm not writing anything as a controller or a model. But you know the rules in the controller. You are not allowed to write any output statement. You have to write the every output statement in the main class only. Okay, so we performed the DAO object, no? So you have to implement this particular thing in the DAO structure. Okay, you are not allowed to create or you are not allowed to print any output statement in the controller. Remember, okay? You have to return something to this in this place, but I'm not using a controller like structure, so that's why I'm just printing the values. Okay, so employee not found. Okay, if it is not equal to 0, then we can match the password. Okay, we can match the password something like this. If, okay, password dot equals, okay, equals e2 dot e2 dot get password. Okay, if both are equal, then we can print one success message. Success. Otherwise, we can print some error message like invalid. You know how to implement these methods in a DAO structure. I'm not going to repeat that. System.out.println invalid. Okay, that's it I want to do. Okay, now let's run the code. Okay, so here I want to do login. So I'm entering 2. Okay, so actually I forgot the username of Jack Sparrow. Only Jack Sparrow is having the password, right? The remaining values not having any password. So I have to copy the Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow is the username and the password is 9898 9898. And here we got a connection and we got a output as success. Okay, let's try with another method. Okay, again I'm checking login, enter username, something like again Jack Sparrow. Okay, I'm entering some wrong password 7878 instead of 9898. I am entering 7878. Okay, just click on the enter. Okay, we got invalid. Okay, we got invalid, that means the password is not correct. And you can do another thing also. Okay, so I want to do login, but here I'm entering something like Jackspar. Okay, the spelling mistake I have. Okay, so here you can enter the password, but it has to print user not found. Okay, so it is printing some exception. You can see the exception here, cannot invoke. Okay, so it is printing a basic exception. Okay, so which is null pointer exception. E2 is null, but you are doing something, so how to do that? Okay, because E2 is null, right? So we cannot do anything. Okay, so this is how you need to create the login in the Hibernate. Okay, guys, are you clear about this thing? Registration and login in the Hibernate. I didn't follow any MVC architecture code, but you have to follow MVC architecture code.
Sir,
Okay,
please can you revise the can you rephrase the 83rd line once again?
83rd line. This one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's remove this. Let's write it again. Okay, see, actually, okay, I created an employee, na? Okay, I created an employee as a null. Okay, initially I have null. Okay, so here we have to match something. E2 equal to, okay, E2 equal to, um, we can do something else here. E2 equal to session dot, okay, we need to fetch the user values. We need to fetch the employee values based on the username, right? So here I am using the session object to create a one query. Okay, so I'm creating a one query. Create query. So here in the create query, okay, we have to write our own query. Okay, so from employee, okay, from employee E. Okay, we have to pass the reference. Okay, because we are using where statement. Okay, where E dot employee name equal to, okay, V dot employee name equal to, what is the employee name here? Username. Okay, we want to fetch the username, right? So that's why we can pass the username along with the colon. Okay, see guys, here the colon is very, very, very important. If you miss the colon here, you won't get a output. You won't compile your program for sure. Okay, so we have to type the username. Okay, in the place of this username we have to, okay, the actually this is a string. We define the username in a string, right? Because we define the username within the double quotations, right? So we have to replace this particular username with the given username. Okay, so this is the variable, but this is the given. Okay, we have to replace. Okay, so that's why I'm using some method called set parameter. Set parameter. So here in the set parameter, we have to replace the username in the string by username variable, by username variable. Okay, so here we want to fetch the unique results by compiling that particular query. Okay, so that's why I'm using unique result. Okay, again I'm getting some issue. What is the issue? Okay, actually we fetch the values, right? But we want, so this particular thing will, this particular thing will return one object to us, but we don't need a object. We need a employee. So that's why we have to add a typecasting. So employee. Okay, we have to add typecasting for sure. because create query will return one object like thing. Okay, it's written a one object for us. So here we need to convert the object into our employee. So that's why I'm typecasting it. Okay, so see, we typecasted it. Okay, here, okay, we can do something. If e2 equal to null, okay, if e2 equal to null, we want to print one error message. We want to print some error message, employee not found. If, okay, not, if e2 is not equal to null, then we can do all these things. Okay, Priyanshu. So first we are creating a query. See, okay, so actually first we need to create a query by using the session object. I already told you, no. So I think in the class notes you can find. Where is the class notes? This is not the class. I think I closed the class notes. So session has the all the properties. I told you, na, session has the all the operations like insert, update, delete, right? So by using the session object only, we have to perform fetching. Okay, if you want to fetch the data, if you want to insert the data, if you want to retrieve, I mean, if you want to update, if you want to delete, okay, so you can do anything by using the session object. Okay, so here we have a session object called SES. See, we have a session object called SES. So that's why I wrote SES dot create query. Okay, create query. So here we need to fetch the values based on the username. Na? So actually to fetch the values based on the username, okay, you will have a some different structure in the SQL. What is the I mean SQL statement to fetch the values based on the username? So we can write a command like this: star from select star from employee where, okay, sorry, emp name equal to, okay, something like Bhaskar. Okay, this is the employee value, right? So here, okay, we are fetching the, okay, Bhaskar employee, I mean Bhaskar details from the employee table. Okay, so if you want to implement this particular command, okay, in Hibernate, you can do that by writing the command like this: from employee, okay, okay, we have to pass the reference where, okay, dot employee name equal to, okay, actually we are writing all this thing in a one particular double quotations. That means it is a query, right? So here we can pass a one reference, we can pass one reference to this. Okay, for example, I am passing the reference. Okay, in the place of reference, in the place of user, okay, so we want to replace something, right? So that's why we are using parameter, set parameter. Okay, in the place of user, okay, so I have to pass Bhaskar. Okay, I have to pass Bhaskar. Okay, and we need to get a unique result. So that's why you can use a unique result method. Okay, this is the query I wrote there. Okay,
Okay,
clear?
sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. So I mean, in this way we can fetch the values based on the username in the Hibernate. Okay, if we got the values, that means, okay, we can, I mean, we can match the password. If we didn't get the values, no, so that means e2 is null. If e2 is null, what it means? That means user is not found. So that's why I wrote employee not found if e2 equal to null. Okay, so let's do this. Let's run this code. See, Jack Sparrow and password 9898. We got success. Okay, again run this code. This time we will give some random name. Okay, something like Anadeep. Password is 4567. Anything. And see, we have one message called employee not found. Okay, this in this way you can write the code for login option. Guys, is this clear for everyone? The login method and the registration method. I'm doing all the things in the same file, but you need to create a separate DAO. That is your task for today, actually. See, please check the code. If you are having any doubts, please ask. So I think you are having confusion in the user, I mean the login method only, right? So please check everything. If you are having any doubt or any confusion, please let me know. I'll explain. It is very similar to the JDBC, but not exactly same. It has a different structure. Revise the everything. It's clear, right, for everyone? Guys, any doubts? Registration and login. This is the login. This is the registration.
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. Okay. So actually I mean we retrieved the values, we matched the values, we inserted the values, right? So right now I want to update the values. Okay, I want to update the value. So actually, so for example, we can implement a one method called um, change domain. Okay, we have a domain, right? We have a domain, huh? So in the domain we have something like AWS, Java, .NET. Okay, so many things we have. Okay, so here I want to, I mean, I want to update some value. Okay, so actually let me write the password for these things. Okay, actually Joy, Bachi, Jack doesn't have any password. Okay, let me write the password for them. Let me update uh, employee. Okay, set emp password equal to 12345, where employee id, sorry, emp id equal to 101. Okay, and I want to update for another person also, 102 also, 102. And let's see what are the passwords for them. Okay, we have the password for Jack, Bachi, and we need to update for Joy also. Update for Joy as well. 103 and run. Yes, we run it, and now you can fetch the values. See, everybody is having passwords right now. Okay, so here I want to update the domain of one trainer or domain of one employee. Okay, for example, Bachi wants to change his domain. Okay, so first of all, Bachi has to do, okay, has to do, Bachi has to select one method called change domain. Okay, after selection of the change domain method, okay, so he has to enter the password. If the password is correct, okay, if the password is correct, if the password, username and password are correct, okay, we can uh, we can update the values. Okay, we can update the values by something. Okay, so let's do that, let's implement this. Okay, so here we are using a separate method. We are complicating the project. Okay, because we need to fetch the values from the login, so I'm returning some values at the time of login. Okay, if the login is success, I'm passing 1. If the login is failed, I'm passing -1. Okay, I'm going to do that kind of a thing. So it will be a bit confusion for you. Okay, okay, please try to understand this one only. Okay, this is a very basic level, right? We are registering, we are logging. Okay, we performed a method for registration, we performed a method for login. If you are very clear with these methods, I can complicate it. Okay, I can write some complex code. But if you are not, if you are worrying in the basics only, okay, how can I write the complex code, right? So please try to do that. Please try to understand the code which we wrote.
Sir, scroll up once.
Till
Scroll up.
hmm?
Yes, sir. A little more.
So wait.
Hmm.
So in case one,
In the case one here.
yeah, in case one you have written string e name, string e pwd.
Yes. Ename
So
EW.
can we use direct epwd with its object?
No, actually, we have to read the value, no? So this is a method. So set employee, we are setting the values by using the methods because employee data values. Okay, see, these things are private variables, so that you cannot access directly. You have to access them by using the methods only.
But sir, I have made it public. I didn't made it private.
No. See, so we have to know one thing. Okay, when you are using instance variables in the project, okay, I mean, so we are in a basic stage. It's okay to make it as a public, but when you are in a basic stage, no, so you can, I mean, you can make it as a public, but actually, when you are developing the code, when you are in a project, you cannot create a one instance value as a public. If you create one instance value, you need to write some getters and setters for sure. Okay, so every instance value must be the private. I mean, it cannot be a public. That's a rule.
Actually, in the previous project which we have submitted yesterday,
Hmm.
in that project I have made it public and I have
Yeah, you can there you can pass it directly. If it is
yeah,
a public, no, you can access directly. There is no issue. But we are doing some complex projects, na. We are updating
yes
ourselves
sir,
into the project
got it.
development, no. So that's why.
Yes sir, got it. Thank you sir.
That's a nice question. But from today, okay, from today, you have to create the all the instance values as a private only. Don't create any public values. Okay, remember. That's why we are using something like getters and that's na. If you are using okay public values, what is the matter? What is the use of creating getters and setters? You can directly read the values. You can directly, I mean, insert the values, right? So it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so that's why your model must having private variables, and your model must has one, I mean, your model must has a getters and setters for sure. You must have a getters and setters, and you must have a private variables in the model object, remember.
Sir,
That's
why we
important.
import Java persistence entity here?
Because entity, okay, so we imported so many things actually. We imported so many things. Okay, here we are creating, I mean, we are mentioning this class as a entity because we want to create this particular class as a table, right? We want to create this particular class as a tables, and we want to create I mean these variables as a columns. Okay, so that's why we have
Okay,
to mention an entity there. Entity reference है. Okay, so I am going to create a table with the name of employee, so I'll create that. Okay, it will think like that.
sir,
And
please
here
can
we
you
are
just scroll
mentioning,
down? Okay,
hmm,
okay, okay. Yes, sir, please continue.
so when you are using at the rate id, no, so the id which is, I mean, in the columns, no, so you must have an one id in the columns. That particular this particular id at the, I mean, annotation, this id annotation will make your id as a primary key. So that's why we are adding at the rate symbol here. At the rate id, that means it is an id annotation which will create an id of your class as a primary key. Here
Okay, sir.
it will
Okay.
create a, I mean, it will create a primary key as emp id because that's our id. By default it will take. So you can see the description of the table here. See, so emp id is a primary key. Do we mention it anywhere? Okay, I want to make it as emp id as a I mean emp id as a primary key. Do we mention anywhere? No. So we mention one annotation here. This particular annotation will create a primary key as the id. By default, in any Java program, in any project, the primary key should be the id. Every table must has one id. That id must be the primary key. That is a golden rule of the project creation. So some people, okay, some people things like that, so I want to make employee name as a, okay, I want to create employee name as a primary key. So can I do that? Okay, you can do that, but you have to, okay, do this from the SQL. You cannot do this from Hibernate. Okay. So actually the golden rule is, in the Hibernate you have a one golden feature, that is, okay, we have at the rate ID annotation. By using the at the rate ID annotation, it will automatically creates our ID in the table as a primary key. Okay, if you want to make your phone number as a primary key, we don't have at the rate phone. Okay, we don't have any phone annotation. By default, Hibernate supports at the rate ID. That means it will create ID as a primary key. That's it. Okay, if you want to create phone number as a primary key, if you want to create a name as a primary key, you have to do that from the table of SQL. You cannot do it from here. Okay, remember that thing. It has some standards. We have to follow that standards. That's it. Okay, clear.
Yes, sir. Sir, please can you just scroll down a little?
Scroll down. Okay, we have some getters and setters. That's it. Twisting method. That's it. You want me to scroll down this app file?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
App.
Yes, thank you.
It's app one. In the app, I wrote the entire log. Ask me that.
Sorry, sir. Your voice is stuck.
Mm, here. Mm, mm. Yeah, that's also makes sense. Yeah, but when you import the star, no, everything is got imported, no. So actually, we wasted our time there, right? So, but when you are writing, when you are importing by the default suggestions, it will import same thing. Okay, you can do this, but it will import the extra stuff also, right? Actually, we don't need that extra stuff, okay, because this persistence has so many things. Okay, we don't need everything, right? So that's why we are doing this. You can do this. You can do this. You are allowed to do. You are allowed to write a star there. Very good. Hmm. Yeah, we can use the star. Yeah. But actually, we are not writing importing by our own, right? We are importing by default suggestions, na. It is suggesting something, right? It is now it will suggest something, right? So import from Java persistence. So you can click on it. So why you are writing your code by your own? We have a suggestions. We can use the suggestions. That's the time. So that's why we had so many import statements here. Yeah, yeah. We can put a star. Yes. That's your wish. You can do anything. See, okay, actually here we have only one import, statement now. So actually we have so many import statements. See, so if I clicked on this plus, we have so many things. But you can reduce the number of lines by hiding the number of lines. See, okay, we are at the third line. From the third line, we are directly moved to 11th. Okay, we hided 7 lines of code. See, this particular one line has so many import statements. Because I am very, I'm very lazy to write all these things, or very lazy to remove those things and add a star there. So that's why I'm just using the thing. You can use a star, no issue. It doesn't make any sense. Some interesting stuff. Yes, very good. Please go on. Any doubts? Any more? I will get an energy when I'm trying to solve doubts, man. You have to ask me doubts. Why? Why? What happened? Are you having any good internet connection? I mean, it is based on the internet and it is based on your system performance. Okay, just please wait. Okay, please don't close or don't try to restart your system. Okay, please hold on. Okay, don't do anything because if you closed it or if you try to restart suddenly, no, the system file will. I mean, the system files of JBoss will be corrupted. Again, we need to restart our Spring Tool suite. We need to remove everything. Then we have to start Spring Tool suite very. I mean, cleanly. So it will be a headache for you. Okay, so please hold on for a few minutes. It will. I think, it asked you to accept the, trust policy, no? It didn't ask you. Okay. It will ask you for the trust policy. After trust policy, it will execute it very fastly. Okay. Wait for a few minutes, Nishant. It will. Okay. Okay, guys. So we have to create two methods. One is for, sorry. We explained only one method, na? Okay. So we want to update the domain. Okay. We want to change the domain of the user. Okay. After successful login. Okay. If the user is successfully logged in, then only I want to, okay. I want to print something like change password, change domain. Okay. I want to see, I want to give that features to the employee. Okay. So we can do this. Okay, by using the similar syntax of DAO structure, but you guys are don't know about the HQL, so that's why I'm explaining those things. But before explaining those things, let's take a break. Actually, I need a water. Okay, let's revise the login method and registration method. After coming from the break, we can complete the remaining things. Okay, so we can create two methods. One for update the password or change the password or change the domain or something like delete account. Okay, delete account. We can do these three methods after coming from the break. Okay,
Sir, I have a
so
doubt.
yes, come on.
Sir, in the employee class, where we connect our database to the.
That's the magic. Boom
Sir,
boom.
please can you explain it?
Okay. So actually, we have a Hibernate CFG.xml, no? So in the Hibernate CFG.xml, we had all the connections. I think you forgot it, na?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I
Okay.
forget it.
So yeah, you can create a Hibernate CFG.xml by clicking on your project. Okay, you can click on your project and click on the new and go to the other. Okay, so if you successfully install the Hibernate, okay, search for Hibernate here. Hibernate. So here it will showing some files to us. Okay, Hibernate configuration file, Hibernate console configuration, reverse engineering, XML mapping. Okay, we don't need all these files. Actually, we need only the cfg.xml. Okay, you can select cfg.xml here and you can click on the next. Okay, it will create a file. Okay, so we want to use the default name only. Okay, so because I'm already having the cfg.xml in my file. Okay, let's delete this file. Okay, let's delete my file. Let's delete this one. Okay, see, right now I don't have any configuration files. If I run this code, okay, definitely I will have some errors. You can see. Okay, see, two, I want to register. Okay, I'm entering some name like Jack Sparrow. Okay, I'm entering password like 9898. Now it is okay, so it is showing some errors. See, could not locate cfg.xml resource. Okay, Hibernate cfg.xml is not located. So how to do it? Okay, so that's why it is showing some errors. Okay, actually we need to configure the Hibernate file. Okay, so after installing the Hibernate plugin, okay, we can create a Hibernate cfg file by right click on the project, go to the new, and here in the others, okay, so you can search for Hibernate here. Okay, we have Hibernate configuration file. We need this file, Hibernate configuration. Click on the next, and you have to remember the same name, hibernate.cfg.xml. You have to use the same name. Don't change any name. Okay, so yes, click on the next again. Now we have to select some values. Okay, so we have to select the type of database that we are using. We are using the MySQL. Okay, and we have so many drivers. Okay, actually we need to load our driver. com.mysql.jdbc is the default driver. Actually we have to add CJ. We can add CJ later, and we have to pass the URL also. Your URL will be like this. Okay, in the place of host you can use localhost, and you can mention the port also. The port number is 3306. Now you can replace your database. Hanadeep Deep Tech is our database. Okay, so here, okay, here, don't write anything in the default schema or default catalog. Okay, these two things should be empty. Here you can enter your username. Here you have to enter your password. Okay, and click on the finish. Okay, we have so many things. Now here you have session factory, security, source. Actually we need a source of configuration file. Click on the source. Okay, we have a configuration file now. Actually, so we have to use MySQL 5 dialect. Okay, add 5 at MySQL dialect. Guys, remember you have to add 5 at MySQL dialect, and we have to add CJ here. Okay, actually our driver name is com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver, right? So you have to add CJ here, cj.jdbc. Okay, right now we successfully set the everything, but I want to create a table by using the Hibernate part. Okay, I don't want to create a table by using SQL. I want to create a table by using Hibernate, so that we have to write one property here. Okay, property name equal to, so here in the name we have to write one particular thing called HBM. Okay, Hibernate module dot, oh sorry, HBM to DDL. Okay, DDL dot auto. Okay, so here you have create option and update option. Create, when you use the create value, no, so it will replace the existing table. So we don't want to replace the existing table. Okay, we just want to update the value. Okay, if, okay, the table is not exist, then only I want to create a table. If the table is already exist, I want to use the same table. So in that case you have to use the update option here. Only update should be in lowercase. Don't write, okay, you as a capital or something. Okay, so Java is case sensitive, you know that. So here now we can run this particular code. Now we can log in again. To log in, enter username Jack Sparrow, and the password is 9898, and we are doing so many things. See, success, the connection established, the data fetched, and we got the message. Okay, no need to write the everything, okay, by your own. Okay, so that's why we are using Hibernate now. We no need to write the driver manager password by our own. We can just enter the things, it will automatically create the file.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, telling us one.
So this is an important file. Okay, so don't rename your Hibernate cfc file, guys. Don't rename it. Okay, if you rename this particular thing, you have to mention the file name at the configuration part. In the configuration part you have to, okay, I mean, you have to write in the configuration this place. In this place, you have to write the file name. If you change the file name, if you don't change any file name, by default, this configuration will fetch the hibernate.cfg.xml. Okay, it will look for the Hibernate file in our folder structure. Okay, so that's why don't change file name. Okay, yes. Okay, guys, are you clear now? Clear about the Hibernate project structure?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So let's create these methods. Okay, we have to create a change
Yes.
password, change domain, and delete account methods. Okay, we can do these methods after coming from the break. Okay, so it's obviously it is almost 11:45. Okay, please come back at 12 o'clock. Okay, chalo. No, I only have 2 points. Okay, I think it's okay, guys. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So if the user password is equal, that means I want to return +1. If the password is not matched, I want to return -1. Okay, return -1. Okay, so here actually, so I don't want to return -1. Okay, I will return employee ID. As similar to the JDBC program, I am returning employee ID here. Okay, so return e2 dot get employee ID. This also will return one integer. So I'm returning employee ID from this particular method. Okay. So here we have to catch the value. Now we are returning the value, but we have to catch the value for sure. So here I am catching the value of login int response. Okay. Int response equal to app.login. So here, okay, we can, I mean, if we can print something, okay, if response is equal to 0, that means user is not found, right? So here we can print the message println error, that is user not found. Okay, else if response equal to -1, then that means the password or username is wrong. So here I can type something called println. Okay, I mean with the error username or password is wrong. Okay, I want to put a message like this. If else, okay, if it is not a 0, if it is not a -1, that must be it is an okay employee ID. So here, okay, so I can print one message as ln login success. Okay, so here, okay, so I want to do three different types of operation. One is okay, change password, change domain, change account. Okay, so let me write the account first. System dot out dot println. Okay, so here select operation, as you know, one for change domain, two for something like change password, change password, and the three for delete account, delete I think. Okay, so this is the, our selection of operations. So here we are expecting another operation into op2 equal to bs dot next int. Okay, so and we can mention this op2 in the switch statement, switch operation 2. Okay, same thing. It's very similar to the JDBC architecture, but it is a different in the writing the queries and fetching the values. That's it. Okay, it is very similar in the creating the design pattern is similar. Okay, we are using still we are using DAO design pattern, but the syntax of the query, the syntax of the fetching the values, those things are different. Okay, so here we can write the case one. So within the case one, okay, we can ask him to change the domain. Okay, so here system.out.println. Okay, we can ask him for the enter new domain. Okay, so here new domain equal to bs dot next or bs dot next anything. Okay, now we can okay design one method called change domain. Okay, so after login, okay, let's create a method here, public void change domain. Okay, so this particular thing will expect one uh, domain name, new domain, and this is expecting one, okay, employee id. Okay, employee id we are going to, okay, i mean expect employee id and a new domain from the user, because we want to update the value, right? So we can update the value based on the employee id of the user. He will have the employee id whenever he log in, right? Okay, we will get the employee id of the employee when the employee login is successful. Okay, so automatically I can fetch from the, okay, login method call. Okay, so here we can write a one query, we can write a one statement. Okay, so here also we need to create a one new transaction and everything na. So same thing I'm writing. Okay, same thing. So here, okay, we need to update the values, right? We need to update the values. So here I can update the value by writing one query. So I'm writing one query qu equal to, okay, here we have to write one query which is session dot, okay, we have to create the query from session object only. So create query, here we have to write our query. Okay, so which is update employee. Okay, we are going to update the employee and set the employee domain. Okay, emp domain I think. Okay, let me check with the database once. Okay, emp domain. Okay, D is capital, emp domain equal to the new employee domain. Okay, the new employee domain. So here we can mention the new domain, new domain. Okay, where, okay, where employee id, okay, employee id equal to eid. Okay, employee id equal to eid, and we need to set the parameters to, okay, we need to set the parameters. So actually we need to set the two parameters, no? So you can set the two parameters by using set parameter method. Okay, set parameter. Okay, the first one is employee domain, right? So here we used, okay, here we used new domain name. So copy this, here you can paste the new domain, and actually our domain name is this one, our domain name is this one, so you can copy this and paste it here. Okay, so we are setting the parameters. Again, we have to set the new, second parameter, which is employee ID. Actually, here in the employee ID, here in the employee ID, I mentioned EID, right? So I mentioned EID. So in the place of this EID, we have to set the user given ID. Okay, so that's why set parameter, set parameter. So in the place of, EID, okay, we actually want to insert employee ID which is got from the employee. Okay, this one. This employee ID is this one. Okay, right now we have one query and the parameters. We have a one special query. Now we need to execute this particular query, right? So whenever we executed this particular query, okay, whenever we executed this particular query, okay, you will have one particular status. Okay, so you will have one number of status equal to like q dot. Here we have to execute our query, and here we can use the execute update method, which is very similar to the JDBC. Okay, so right now, okay, we can print the status. Okay, so we can print the status. Okay, so we created a change domain method. Now we have to implement this thing in the main. Come to the main here. Okay, so we have to call the method, no? So ap dot connect. First we need to connect. After connecting, sorry, actually I think we are already had a connection with database. Okay, we already had a connection because we are doing all these things after getting the login only. Login has already has a connection, no need to get a new connection. So now we can fetch ap dot change domain, where we can pass the new domain name, new domain, sorry, new domain. To refer, we have to refer one integer, which is the response we got from the login. Okay, we got a response from the login, no? So I'm passing that response to the log, I mean this method. Okay, now we can implement this. Okay, let's go and check. Okay, I want to register, I mean I want to log in first. After logging, so Bhaskar, and the password is something 12345, I think so. Oh, I think we have the Bhaskar, no? Oh, sorry, we have Bachi, not Bhaskar. Okay, sorry. Now we can enter two. The username is Bachi, and the password is 12345. Okay, see the login is success. Again, we can select the, I mean, operation that we want to perform. So I'm entering one. I want to change my domain. Okay, so I'm entering one here. Enter the new domain that you want to change. Okay, so I'm entering the new domain as, for example, I'm already having Java here. Okay, I'm entering full stack. Okay, I'm entering as a full stack. Okay. Okay, so we got a response as one. Okay, so that means, okay, it's got updated. You can change, you can run this. Right now we have something like full. Okay, actually we are using some next method only, na? So that's why we are having that. Actually, in the place of next, we can use the next line as well. So where is this? Okay, here I want to use the next line. Okay, not next line. Now let's try to run again. Again, I want to perform login operation, and the Bachi 245, and the login is success. Now we can ask to change domain. Okay, 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 something is happening here. Okay, let's use only the next method. We are getting some issue. Okay, I mean the cache is empty, so that's why we have to use the next method again. So I just use the next method. Okay, no need to change anything. Okay, leave it like that. Okay. Hmm. So we implemented the change domain method. Okay, very similar to the change domain method, you can implement the change password as well. Okay, you can implement the change password, but as of now, okay, I'm not implementing change password method. Okay, you can implement change password. Now I want to use something like delete. Okay, so user wants to delete his account. Okay, user wants to delete his account. So here we can update something like that. Okay, so whenever user press 3, case 3, okay, so we want to delete the user account. Okay, so here we can ask the opinion. Okay, something like Are you sure you want to delete? Okay, so here we can expect either yes or no. Okay, yes or no. Okay, we are expecting that. Okay, so here we can read the opinion string del equal to ds dot next. Okay, so here we can implement a one particular method which is a delete account method. Okay, so here we can use one method called public void delete account. Okay, we can delete the account based on the user id. Okay, int employee id. By using the employee id only I want to delete the account. Okay, so here we can write a one query to delete. Okay, so write a query first. Query uu equal to, okay, ses dot, actually we need a session, right? We need to copy this thing every time. We need this. Okay, session dot create query. Okay, here we want to delete, right? So here you can write the delete operation, delete from employee where, okay, where employee id is given employee id equal to id. Okay, here set parameter. Okay, set the parameter something like eid. Within the eid we have to use employee id. Okay, now we can execute the update. Int status equal to q dot execute update. Okay, here employee related. Okay, this is the method. Now we can consume this method in the main. So here we can call the method ap dot. Okay, actually we have to compare na. So delete if delete equals, if delete equal to yes, okay, we can delete ap dot delete account, and we have to pass the reference which is res. Okay, now let's do this. And I'm entering 2 here. Okay, I want to log in as Bachi. Okay, and the password is 12345, and the login is the login success. Okay, now I want to delete my account. So that's why I'm entering 3 here. Okay, are you sure you want to delete? Yes, I'm very sure I want to delete my account. Yes. Okay, one employee deleted. Now you can check in the database. Okay, see, Bhaskar got deleted from the, okay, table. One employee deleted successfully. This is how you need to delete a one particular row. Okay, guys, clear? Deleting the user from the account, from the table. This is the delete method. So we are using same DAO like structure, but we are using the Hibernate. This is a one kind of design pattern. Okay, Actually we have to do a lot of stuff. Actually we have to discuss mapping relations. Okay, we have to I mean these are all the things of HQL. Okay, so HQL, Hibernate query language, is nothing but knowing the how to add the table, how to insert the values into the table, how to update the table, how to delete the table. We need these crude operations, right? Crude operations we got. And we have to discuss the something advanced concepts. Okay, we have to discuss something like embedded, okay, embedded classes, and mapping techniques, one to one, one to many, many to one, these mapping techniques. And yeah, we have to discuss these kind of things. Okay. And our Hibernate, I think I will complete the Hibernate by the next week. Okay, by the end of the next week we can complete the Hibernate and we can start a sprint 2 project. Okay, we can start sprint 2 project, I mean, sorry, not sprint 2, sprint 1 project with Hibernate. Okay, so Hibernate with SQL, we can create a one basic project. I think we already well aware of the project structure and everything, right? Because we created a banking project, banking kind of project. So yeah, we can create that type of project with the Hibernate after completion of the Hibernate and everything. Okay, your sprint 1 project is going to evaluate by Amitava. Okay, you have to explain the project to Amitava. You know Amitava sir, how he will be, right? He's so strict, you have to explain everything. Okay, but don't worry, I will be there. Okay. Yes, I think this is more than enough for today, right? Or do you want me to explain anything else, or shall we discuss some more content? We left with two. I mean, I don't want to include Hibernate. Okay, so without including Hibernate, we left with Spring and the legendary Angular. I think we left with two concepts. Your course is going to complete it by October for sure. I think I can complete the course by October 31st. Is
So
that
will
okay?
you teach us DevOps and Jenkins?
Actually, yeah, actually we have DevOps in our concept, but I am I don't know DevOps, okay, but here in the deep tech, we are just introducing the DevOps, okay. If we introduce the DevOps in this particular month only, okay, definitely, okay. I mean, if not, I am okay. Definitely, Amitava or some other person will explain the DevOps for sure. But personally, I don't know DevOps, okay. But some other person will explain the DevOps for sure. Okay. So actually, we have the concept of Jenkins in this particular project, but I mean, in my deep tech trainers team, nobody knows DevOps. Only Amitava have knowledge on DevOps. Okay, so actually, he is trying to give some training to us, but actually, we are not having any time for the training and all. Okay, but yeah, at the end of project, no, at the end of Sprint 2 project, at the end of Angular and Spring Boot project, we can have a discussion on DevOps for sure. Okay, Ketan, by the Amitava.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
But right, I don't know DevOps. Actually, I'm trying to learn, but I'm exhausted. Actually, I'm also eagerly waiting to learn DevOps, but I'm not having any time to learn anything new. Because after completion of these two training programs, no, I'm having training programs from 10 to 2 and 2 to 6. Okay, I'm working with another company also, I'm working with some other company. I mean, as a freelancer, I'm working as a developer. So I am running after time. So yeah, actually I want to learn DevOps for sure. I have to learn.
Sir, what is the
If I
process
learn
of
DevOps, yes, there is.
Sir, what is the process of hiring for Anudeep Foundation for upper batch? So we're not
For
cracked for these some student not cracked for the CAP Gemini exam after
okay,
which process to
okay,
hire the companies other.
okay, okay. So actually, You want to crack it as a student, na? So you guys cracked the exam by Capgemini, but some of the students not cracked the Capgemini exam. That's what you're asking.
Yes, sir.
So
So
they have to join as a they have to join in web designing. I mean Anudeep has so many so many training programs. Okay, so you can ask Preeti. So we have web designing, we have hardware and networking, we have cyber security, digital marketing, hardware. I mean, yeah, we have so many other things also.
I know, sir. This course after so we other company as a Bangalore side other with hire
Hmm.
the process for which process for as a directly yeah indirectly aptitude round and other so many rounds. So I can action with you
Okay, okay. You're asking for hiring to the
process.
software company. Okay, job.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So actually, uh, we are having the discussion with Accenture. Okay. So if Capgemini is not hiring, okay,
Hmm.
if Capgemini stops hiring by I mean by any external issue, we have discussions with Accenture. I mean, the tech team is discussing with the Accenture and Amazon also. But yeah, so if the students from the I mean if any company, okay, if any company come to the Anudeep, okay, the Anudeep management will only push the deep tech students only, not the normal students. There is a normal students also who are the not part of deep tech. Okay, so they don't push the normal people, they only push the the deep tech people. But if you want to crack a job which is not a part of Anudeep, okay, then it will be a different thing. Because I think many of you know, right? Like in the I mean in the last month, August 20 around, so I went to Hyderabad. Okay, so I went to Hyderabad to attend one interview. Okay, don't tell this thing to anyone. Okay, don't tell this thing to anyone who are part of Anadip. Okay, I'm sharing you only for you. So I went for Hyderabad to attend one particular interview. So one of the tech giant in old, so that's nothing but a Google. So actually, I'm waiting for the response from the Google. Because I had an interview with the panel of the Google team. So there are four members. Okay, there are four members who is having more than 25 years of experience in the development in Google, and they interviewed me for 50. We need a highest qualification. Okay, you can mention the highest qualification of yourself. My highest qualification is masters, and I completed my BC, BSc, and I just added them. Okay, so you need these things in your resume. Okay, so please take care while filling the resume and everything, and don't write too much. Okay, your resume will be smart. That's it. Don't write too much or don't write too short. Okay, you have to maintain in the median. Okay, so please try to update your resumes first. Okay,
Yeah. Okay,
because
sir.
resumes are the two piece of paper which is deciding our career in the IT sector. Remember that. Okay, if you don't have any good resume, you are not even select for the interview or not even select for the assessment also. Because okay, companies are not using, I mean not checking the resumes by own. Okay, so if company posted one particular role in the Naukri, okay, they are having maybe thousands of resumes, right? Maybe they are having thousands of resumes. No, so they dumped I mean every resume. Okay, they dumped every resume. Okay, in a one particular tool, there is a tool called resume parsers. I also had the resume parser with me. Okay, if you upload the resume parser, resumes in the resume parser, okay, that resume parsers will sort out the entire resume, and it will select only the selected concepts which is mentioned by the team. Okay, so I want to select the people, okay, who has a Java in their resumes. Okay, who has a Hibernate in these resumes, they can write the queries like that. Okay, it will sort out the people. If you don't mention the projects, if you don't mention such a fancy keywords, how it is going to sort it out, right? So you have to use some fancy words. Okay, so fancy technology words. I mean, you are working with the technology. You know so many fancy words you can add. So you can add something like, okay, I have a working knowledge with JPA. Okay, and ORM tools. You can mention ORM tools like Hibernate and Ibetes, but we don't know Ibetes. Okay, let's leave. Okay, ORM tools like a Hibernate. Okay, so you can write something like that. See, so working experience, working experience in, okay, ORM tools like Hibernate. I mean Hibernate with JPA specification, specification or something anything. See, in one particular line, we used three main keywords of Java. Okay, obviously I mean, the interviewer, the resume parser tool, definitely it is going to select because we have so many keywords, we have so many unique keywords. Okay, so you can mention this particular line in your professional summary. It is not about fresher or experienced man. Okay, you are working with Hibernate and ORM tools right now, and you can add it. Okay, so you have to work on the resume for sure, man. Okay, don't create the resume in a hurry. Okay, take your own time. Okay, so I think I took at least 4 hours or 5 hours to build my resume because I searched on the entire thing. Okay, so and we have to use a specific font also. The font you are using also is very important in the resume. Don't add too many fancy fonts in the resume. Okay, so you can add fonts like something like Cambaria, Tahoma, something like Times New Roman. Okay, Comic Sans. Okay, these are the some cool font styles. Okay, you can use either 12 or 13 font size. Okay, so these things are very important. Okay, don't use something like a basic Calibri. Okay, Killer, Arial. Okay, these are the basic fonts. Okay, don't use these kind of fonts. Okay, better to use the Kambari or Tahoma. Okay, these are the cool features. Okay, this font is Kambari, I think so. So you can use those things. Okay, so better to use these things. Okay, so please take care while using the font size, font color, and the font style also. These things also very important. Everything is a matter, man, in our resume. Resume is our more than certificate. Resume is important more than your 10th class certificate. Okay, to get internships, to get selected in some companies, to crack the HR interviews. These things are very important. Okay, if you don't know anything, if you don't know one particular, sorry, if you don't know about one particular technology, don't add the technology. Don't add it. Okay, if you are really good in that particular technology, then only add those things. Okay, so you have a lot of time actually. You just, I think you are in 21 or 20, right? Most of the people. So
21, sir.
yeah, 21s or 20s. Okay, so within 23, you have to place for sure with a good package within 23. You know, so we have to start our professional career by 23 at any cost. You can do anything before 23, but by 23 you can start your career your career in IT for sure. You see, I'm 25 years old, but I have a 3.5 years experience. See, because I started my career early in 22. Okay, so you have to start your career like that. So resume, okay, better to build a resume. Okay, so if you are having a resume, okay, if you are feeling like it is good, okay, send it to me. Okay, tomorrow and day after tomorrow is week off, right? So I will definitely have a time. Okay, I can sort it out, I can suggest you something if any changes needed. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, I think one day need to take off all resume, so it's better. Yeah, it will change for some particular
Hmm.
points.
Actually, we'll do on one Friday. Okay.
Yes.
After completion of interim, we can have a time. Okay. So then we can discuss. Okay. And today is Friday, right? A assessment is open for you. Okay. So I think the assessment is on J unit. Okay. So please complete the assessment.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
And send me the scores in the WhatsApp group. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And complete the assessment by the end of the day. Don't complete assessment tomorrow. Okay. Don't postpone it. Complete the assessment today only, and send me the, the project links. Okay. Yesterday's lab links. Okay. Guys, please send it to me. The
A
project links.
screenshot, sir.
Project links. The GitHub repository of HRMS. Okay.
So,
So complete the assessment. Yes, Nishant. Is it installed? Okay. Why share your screen? We can short it out. Why it is showing so much of time? You can share your screen, Nishant. Hmm. Click on the always trust. No, 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 no. Actually, you have to select these things. Okay, click on the always trust all content. There is a checkbox, no? Uh, no, no, don't. Second one. Always, yes, yes, accept. Now, true selected. Now it is going to install for sure. Now see the status. I think the things will be. After successful installation, it will ask you for the restart your. Spring tool suite. Okay, you can restart your Spring tool suite after completion. It will ask you. It will display one notification. Yeah. Okay, please install a Hibernate plugin in your, in your laptops, in your Spring tools. Okay, please work with Hibernate, and I'm sending you the this Hibernate project now. Okay, I'm uploading this in the GitHub. Okay, please go through it. Not one Hibernate. I'll copy this and here slot one Hibernate. And guys, when you are uploading the project, so upload this thing. Upload the project as a project only. Okay, don't upload only the main files. Okay, don't upload only the testing file and the coding files. Okay, you have to upload the entire environment. Then only it is very easy to download and review your code, right? Okay, don't download only the files, don't upload only the files. Okay, upload entire environment. Okay, if you are working with the base, GitHub, direct to GitHub uploads. If you are not working the, the command prompt and everything, you can select everything and you can drag it in the GitHub. Okay, it will upload like a folder structure. Okay, don't upload only the coding files. I saw someone who sent the only coding files in the repository. Don't do like that. Upload it as a project only. Okay.
hello, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, in a upper batch for full stack Java developer, take the
Hmm.
Capgemini exam. So some student crack, yeah, approximately 2 or 3 student crack the Capgemini. So it will directly go to the Capgemini, and other maximum 15 students not crack the Capgemini exam.
Okay.
So after as a placement given other IT's company or normal yeah, MNC transfer. So uh, uh, how many rounds are taken job for online yeah offline as an interview? All of three.
Okay, okay. So in that thing, there will be a exam for sure. Okay,
Mm,
on the aptitude or reasoning according to the company. Okay,
mm,
after I mean, if the company is not interested about the aptitude, they will ask you about the coding question also. Okay, there will be a exam for sure. After completion of the exam, there will be a technical round. After technical, you will have a HR. Some companies like some companies like TCS and all. Okay, they will conduct both the technical and HR at the same time sometimes. Okay, so definitely you will have at least 3 rounds for sure.
in
And
a
the
ca-
placements provided
in
by
a,
the company, I mean the placements provided by the Andeep, okay, both in online and offline mode. Okay, not only in online or not only in offline. Okay, we have the placements in both offline and online environment. In the afternoon batch from the Bangalore actually. Okay, so the Bangalore people attending offline interviews because there is a lot of companies in the Bangalore, so that's why we're offering only the offline interviews for the Bangalore people. Okay, so
take for 2 3 round, no?
yeah, if it is an offline, no, all rounds will be on one day only. If it is offline,
So have how many give you the package for highest
at least four. At
minimum?
minimum 3.5 to 4 is the minimum package. Okay, I'm not sure about the maximum. In because some of my students got selected for 7 lakhs also. Till now, I mean, my highest package, my students' highest package is 8 lakhs.
From
Some,
the basis of Java full stack.
yeah, Java.
So in
Priyanshu,
which,
you
yes,
have the
sir.
you guys are having the potential to crack the 8 lakhs package, man.
Thank you for that, sir.
You guys can crack. I know some. I mean, there is a lot of good students in this particular batch.
I
I'm
don't know, sir.
expecting. I'm expecting at least 60 percentage of interim pass score in this particular batch.
Sir,
Expect
what about the scores of the other batches? If any batches attend the
you.
interim assessment from Capgemini?
Yeah, and it will be around about the 5%. Actually, so we have one Mamata. I mean, Mamata ma'am is our senior faculty, one of the senior faculty. He is my, I mean, my colleague from the last 2 years. Okay, she has a lot of, she's, I mean, very older than me. I think she is 32 or 35. She has a lot of experience in training, but still the student got failed. Okay, she shunned 30 people, and only 3 members cracked the placement. I mean, 3 members cracked the interim. Only
Sir,
three.
it's, they only cracked the interim assessment or they placed?
No, only 3 members cracked interim assessment.
Only cracked interim assessment, or what
Yeah,
about the tech rounds?
the tech round will take after the interim. No, I think those things after completion of the projects is going to happen.
Okay, first interim assessment. After that, we go
After
for a
completion of the
projects.
course, after
Okay,
completion of the course and project, then you can.
okay. Then we go
Okay,
for a tech interview.
yeah, we can. You will have a time. Don't worry. I know how to play games with it.
Sir, many
Okay.
companies as a aptitude exam, so have not proper cracked the aptitude exam.
No, don't apply that kind of role, Suresh. Okay, if company is offering you the aptitude exam, just reject it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just reject it. Because
So,
okay, if the company is offering you as a aptitude exam, okay, that company is selecting you as an analyst role. It's not a developer role. Okay, if the company is seeking for developers, the company definitely will. I mean, definitely will have a exam for the coding. Okay, so apply for the only coding examinations.
okay.
But
Sir,
if
how
you
many companies like Capgemini we are facing?
Hmm.
Like first we are interact with the Capgemini, and after that there is any other companies like
Probably.
Capgemini.
Yeah, we can have. Actually, so I mean, in the previous batches, because I mean, I'm talking about the back to the February. Okay, in the February, Cognizant hired the 4 people from my batch. Okay. I mean, I think I have the. Okay, I'll show it you.
Sir, after the placed for this DevTech Academy, so company
Hmm.
should given some training, yeah, other would directly deployed as a project.
No, 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 no. They will have a, I mean, at least a training for 15 days for sure.
Companies.
Mm. But I have the record only for the girls. I mean, very, very few people, I mean, very few boys are placed from my batches. I don't know why. But you guys have to change it. Okay. I think, okay, this is the old one. So you can see the different companies here. We have
So
Capgemini.
they all are analysts.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, some of them. So these things, I mean, it is are about 20 and 22, 21, 2022, sorry, 2020 and 21 batch. This is okay. I mean, for this particular batch, I mean, I explained both web designing and Java, but it's not a framework. I explained till collections only.
But IBM is also there.
Yeah, IBM, DXC Technology. This is also one of the good company. DXC is also a good company, and the Cognizant is there. You can see, and yeah, Messenger, Wipro, TCS, so many people. ACS Solutions. ACS Solution providing highest package, five lakhs. And this particular Kavya Shri, no? So she cracked 4 companies. So she is working with 8 lakhs in TCS right now
As a developer.
as a developer. Java FX. Yeah, so many companies.
Okay, sir.
With the help of and Deep Tech Academy, sir.
No, with the help of Bhaskar Sai Chitturi. The Deep Tech Academy formed in 2021 December.
Okay, sir.
Deep Tech Anudeep Deep Tech Academy is very recent one. So I am with Anudeep from the last 3 years. So I mean, I placed them by using, so by searching pool campus drives in the Google, and I sent the links to them, and they, I mean, they applied for that. You know, we are doing.